Hi, I'm Alicia Toot from a music blog, and I'm here with Kodaline. How are y'all doing today?
Good. Yeah, great.
I'm glad to hear it. Before we get to the questions, I just want to say thank you once again for taking the time to speak with us. We're extremely excited to have you on the website again.
Awesome.
All right, so we know you've been touring for quite a while now, and you also just recently announced some new March dates. So what have been some of the highlights so far?
I think coming back to America and Canada has been really cool because we did 30 festivals over the summer, in Europe and the UK, and then just to get back into a tour, into rooms and stuff is really exciting. And we're going to a lot of new places as well, in America, and yeah, we got to see Niagara Falls on the way here. We just drove by it, so that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, we're glad to have you guys back. I saw on your Facebook, actually, as far as touring goes, a little photo of you in Boston working extremely hard. I thought that was pretty hilarious, the photo you guys took. So, yeah, the cone, exactly. So I was just wondering, what else do you do for fun while on tour?
If we see something stupid, we have to just go and play with it. That was just there was one time we were in Texas and there was 4 cones and we all had a cone and we were singing in harmony and it just sounded amazing.
Yeah, we got 4 cones and I think we were outside some studio and they were filming inside the studio, so we didn't know, and it was be really quiet, but we didn't know it, and we got 4 cones and we just did this massive harmony and it just resonated around the whole place, and then someone ran out and was like, what the hell he's doing? Just whoops. But yeah, I don't know, touring, you got to keep yourself kind of entertained because there is very long drives and stuff, so
especially
we're always doing something. Yeah,
especially in America, you got to keep yourself, you got to do fun things and stuff like that, and to break it up because the drives are so long. It's such a big country compared to Europe and Ireland and stuff like that, so yeah.
So, yeah, oh,
Sorry, that was so funny because they came out first and said, please be quiet, we're doing an interview. We're like, okay. And then they looked at a minute later and we were making the loudest noise possible. But yeah, it was fun.
All right, well, we have one last just touring question for you. One of our friends and also a fellow Kodaline fan has seen you multiple times in New York, so they wanted to know about your New York adventures and how CMJ went for you.
CMJ was pretty awesome. I think we played 9 shows in 3 days, so we didn't really. I think there was one night where we played the Bowery, and then we got off stage at 3 a.m. and then we were up at 4 a.m. for VH1. So we kind of just gave up sleeping for 3 days, but sleep when you're dead. So, but yeah, the shows were good. We just played in so many different venues, and some of them were really, really interesting. There was one where we had a grand piano and we did an acoustic thing, and yeah, it was great. That was yesterday. Also touring makes you forget what day it is. So yeah.
5 minutes there, I was like, what day is it? And they were like, oh, it's Saturday. Is it not? Yeah, it's actually Sunday, yeah. I thought it was Wednesday.
I thought it was Wednesday.
I thought that was days ago. Yeah.
All right, well, the one thing that I really wanted to say is I know that tonight you're playing a more intimate venue at the Mod Club in Toronto tonight, but over the summer you've played multiple festivals like Reading and Leeds, and also you played a couple of festivals in Ireland, and you were all over summer doing those. So do you prefer playing those intimate venues or the festival sites?
I think it all depends on the crowd. And the venues. Some small venues are just great. There's a great atmosphere in them and stuff. So kind of like both, to be honest.
It changes. Playing festivals is great because you're playing to people that wouldn't normally come to your shows, and it's you're an opportunity to win new fans over. And then playing your own shows is kind of you kind of hope that the majority of people are already fans and know some of your songs, so people sing back the songs to you. So it's kind of a bit of both. It changes, but they're both really good.
And how about you guys?
Good positive answer there. I prefer festivals just for the day that's in it, because sometimes you can play at 2 o'clock in the day and you're done and you can just go check out bands and stuff, but then there is that thing of your own show and packed into a room, everyone knows more of the songs and stuff, and you got a longer set, and yeah, but it was nice to do festivals for 3 months, and now we're back into touring now. So.
And how about you, Jay?
I don't know. When you look at your own tours that are coming up, you're kind of really excited about those. Whereas the festival ones, you're I know we're doing lots of festivals, but you never really know which one until it's the next day. Whereas we have 3 shows in Ireland in the Olympia Theatre, and we've been looking forward to them for months. So I don't know. I think you build up your own shows a bit more.
Yeah.
So we know that aside from touring, as far as music goes, you recently released the video for All I Want Part 2. So what was your influence as far as stretching that and making it continue?
I think it's we kind of did it because it was like a year since we put out our EP, and we never really released All I Want as a single. So we were thinking we may as well we were going to release it as part of the album, and then we decided that we loved the last video so much that we just kind of wanted to continue it on. And there's a funny part like where he drops his bag and stuff like that. So that was solved in part 2, I think. But yeah, no, it was really for the fun of it as well, and for our people, because a lot of people wanted to see what would happen. So we just, yeah, it was cool.
Well, we love the video, and we're excited to see another one come out, especially because of how heartfelt the first one was. So as far as upcoming videos, can we expect anything in the near future?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you happen to know which song that would be for, or we'll just have to wait and see? Wait and see? All right. So last time we were talking was actually before the release of In a Perfect World, so quite a few months back. So how do you feel that the album's now officially out? Because I remember how pumped you guys were to just get it out there.
It's really cool. I mean, we released it last June in the UK and Europe and stuff, and the response has been great. And it's just come out here like last week, so it's like it's all new again. Like coming here and putting the album out, and it's our first album. So to release it in America is pretty awesome, pretty exciting, pretty scary, but it's cool, you know. The response so far has been good, and the shows have been going well, so we can't wait to come back. And I think we're coming back pretty soon as well. So.
And then off the record, is there a favorite song that you'd like to play live?
I don't know. At the moment, it's All I Want because the crowd reaction is huge, and it's the last song we play. But that's just because the crowd sing back. Any song the crowd kind of know is a highlight. So.
Yeah, like over the last couple of weeks, we've been playing like "All Comes Down to You" from the album, and that's just been going down really well. People seem to have latched onto it from listening to the record, so it's going over better than it ever did before.
And then I just wanted to ask, a lot of our readers were curious about it. How did the Find Digby thing come around, especially for putting it into the photos? And I've noticed that a lot of people have actually been submitting a ton of photos, and they've been pretty hilarious. So how did that come to be?
We just thought it'd be a fun thing to do, just off the back of the video. And Digby, the director, a guy called Stevie Russell, it's his dog, and he's such a deadly dog. And we just kind of, we love the dog so much that we figured that we may as well have a bit of fun with it and see what people can send us and stuff like that. So yeah, there has been a couple of funny ones.
There was people ringing up from like dog shelters being like, yeah, if you need any help finding this dog, well, and we're like, no, it's a joke. It's like people started taking it really seriously. Yeah, and they were just like, they just thought it was like one of our friends' dogs, and we're just like trying to find it. We're like, no, it's do with the video. Never mind.
So I got an email from one of our good friends and saying the same thing. I never actually wrote back to her. She probably just thinks the dog is gone. But yeah, got loads of emails from people like actually looking for the dog, and but there was people putting up posters and stuff, and Find Digby, and there'd be like picture Digby at like Woodstock or something like that, or in a Formula One car.
Yeah, there's a lot of Photoshop things going on that you see people replying to. So yeah.
It's like Digby was the real star of the video. So like we had to give him his own little corner. He'd only eat like cooked steak.
Yeah.
He wouldn't take hot dogs, which he was like to make him run across the screen. You have to like entice him with something, and he just turned his nose up at the hot dogs.
Had to be cooked steak, so they actually cooked steak for the dog.
On the last video, it was like cooked like little pieces of hot dog, but then when we did the part 2, I think he just turned into a bit of a diva. Digby, yeah, that's why it was only cooked steak that he would have to like get him to run and like act, I suppose. But yeah, he's awesome.
Thanks for sharing that with us, because we're all very curious how that came to be. All right, so now we just have the very last question of the interview, which is, what's next for Kodaline?
Well, we're touring. We're coming back here, I think, February, as far as I know, early next year. But after this, we got like a UK tour, European tour, and in January we're going to be working on new songs, second album and stuff. But mainly touring, yeah, touring, writing, playing music.
Okay, well, that was the last question of the interview. Once again, I'm Alicia Tu from Music Blog Yeah, and this was an interview with Kodaline. Thanks again, guys.